Moynas Learning.
Hello, friends! Today we will learn something interesting about plants.
Yes, let's go on a nature trail with Rishi and Aasha, our nature explorers.
Can plants make their own babies? Mystery discovery.
Hey, yesterday this place was empty. Where did these baby plants come from?
Did someone plant them overnight?
I didn't see anyone.
Then plants must be making their own babies, and this is called reproduction.
The production of new individuals from their parents is called reproduction. Reproduction can be divided into two types, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction.
Asexual reproduction.
In asexual reproduction, new plants grow from parts of the plant without seeds. Example, potato grows from its eyes. Rose grows from stem cuttings. Bryophyllum grows from leaves.
Sexual reproduction.
New plants grow from seeds is called sexual reproduction. Examples: sunflower, mango, pea plant.
So today we'll learn how flowers help plants reproduce. Flower structure. Look, these plants have flowers.
But flowers are just for decoration, right? They just look pretty.
No, flowers have a much more important job. Flowers perform reproduction in plants. They are the reproductive pots.
Wow, this flower looks simple from the outside, but inside it's complex.
Let's study it carefully. Parts of flower.
Sepals.
These are sepals, small green parts that protect the bud.
Petals. Petals are brightly colored to attract insects.
Stamen. This is the stamen, the male part of the flower. It has two parts, the anther and the filament.
The anther makes a powder called pollen. The filament is the stalk that holds the anther.
So this yellow powder is pollen.
Pistil. This is the pistil, the female part. It has three parts: the stigma, style, and ovary.
The stigma is sticky and catches pollen. The style is a tube that connects the stigma to the ovary. The ovary is the swollen bottom part that contains tiny eggs.
Inside the ovary are tiny parts called ovules. The female gamete or the egg is formed in an ovule. Sepals, petals, anther, filament, stigma, style, ovary, ovules.
So pollen must reach the stigma for reproduction?
Exactly. Pollination.
The bee is collecting nectar.
Yes, when insects visit flowers, pollen sticks to their bodies and is carried to another flower. Transfer of pollen from anther to stigma of a flower is called pollination. Types of pollination.
Pollination can happen in two main ways.
Self-pollination. Cross-pollination.
Self-pollination. In self-pollination, pollen from the anther of a flower is transferred to the stigma of the same flower or to another flower on the same plant. Cross-pollination. In cross-pollination, pollen from the anther of a flower is transferred to the stigma of a flower on a different plant of the same kind.
pollination agents and adaptation. Flowers are designed differently depending on what helps them in pollination. This special feature is called adaptation. Insect-pollinated flowers.
Insect-pollinated flowers usually have white or brightly colored petals to attract insects. They often have a sweet smell and produce nectar, which insects like bees and butterflies come to drink. When insects visit the flower, pollen sticks to their bodies and gets carried to another flower.
Wind-pollinated flowers.
Wind-pollinated flowers such as grass, rice, and corn are different. Their petals are usually small and not brightly colored. They do not have a strong smell or nectar because they do not need to attract insects. Instead, they produce many smooth, light pollen grains that can easily blow away in the wind and reach other flowers.
If a flower is dull and has no smell, how does it pollinate?
By wind pollination.
Seed dispersal.
Why don't seeds stay near the parent plant?
If all seeds fall in one place, they won't get enough sunlight, water, space, or nutrients. So they spread to different places. This is called seed dispersal.
Seed dispersal can occur in different ways. By wind. Some seeds are very light and have wings or fluffy hairs. Wind blows them away to new places. Examples: drumstick. Drumstick seeds have thin wings that help them glide in the wind. Maple. Maple seeds spin like tiny helicopters as they fall. Dandelion. Dandelion seeds float in the air like soft parachutes.
By water. Some seeds can float on water. They travel through rivers or seas to new places. Example: coconut has a fibrous outer covering that helps it float.
By animals. Some seeds have hooks or spines that stick to animal fur or clothes. Some seeds are inside fruits that animals eat. The seeds come out later in droppings. Examples: xanthium. Mango berries, eaten by animals.
By explosion. Some fruits dry and suddenly burst open. Seeds scatter far away. Example: bean pods. Castor.
So seeds travel like tiny adventurers.
Fertilisation.
What happens after pollen reaches the stigma?
Let's see! Pollen lands on stigma. It travels down the style, reaches the ovary, meets the ovule.
The fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. The ovary grows into a fruit. The ovules develop into seeds.
Roots protect seeds and help in dispersal, so every fruit was once a flower? Story connection.
So these baby plants came from seeds.
And the seeds traveled here to grow. But wait, how does a hard, dry seed wake up and grow into a plant?
And how do plants grow if they don't have seeds?
Great job, explorers!
Next episode, germination. Don't forget to like and subscribe.